In a bit, we have a lot of your messages and we want to share a couple of them with you. You have some messages?
Lots of messages. Good morning. This is Joseph Kofi Day from Nigerian Ghana. Says we're doing a great job. He's got the same name as me, last two names as me. Keep it up. Good morning. President and the Interior Minister, together with the National Security Minister, should allow the police to do their work diligently, because interference is too much and any police officer just can't execute his work well. The issue of my boys can't help our democracy. So, Mr. President, tell your people to stop interfering in the work of the security service. From Tanko Abubakar in Shukura. Now, Jagos from Sawan says, we thank God that the Vice President is recovering gradually and we pray for his speedy recovery. Okay. Good morning. His Excellency Nado should be aware that 2020 is around the corner and stop punishing the very people who voted him into power. And you list 7 things. 1, non-payment of YEA beneficiary allowances. 2, non-payment of national service allowances and further branding them as ghosts. 3, mass transfers at NADMO without transfer grants. 4, high fuel prices day in, day out. 5, high unemployment rate. 6, state of lawlessness and insecurity in the country. And 7, hardships all over. And you are praying for JM to come back and save you from what you describe as a substandard government. That's Shehu Bukursum in Tamale. You got some messages?
Well, I do. You remember I was asking for the person who sent the messages on the costume to get back. Yeah, so she did. So she says she's actually referring to me, Beswa, and she's telling me that I'm dressed like a toll collector this morning. She claims she's been watching me from way back, at TV3. She's a 62-year-old woman, and she thinks that I should listen to her because this morning I look like a toll collector. And then toll collectors really look good. They dress really good.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't actually paid attention to toll collectors.
You want to do that now?
I will do that now. I'll try and probably go on the motorway.
The motorway just to check it out.
Exactly, yeah.
Nice twist.
All right, okay. So, well, more messages though. So this one says that what? Are we simply about making politicians, are we simply about made politicians who never see the light of day, but this time around appealing to them to come to our aid, to aid the road, to aid us on the road. I seriously am not getting this message. I don't know if you can see what I'm trying to read here.
Let me jump in.
David from Old Ningo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me jump and read another one. Whenever a president is elected into power, all they say is, I want to do this for Accra, I want to do that for Accra. I'm asking, is Accra the only city in Ghana? I'm disappointed in the president for having a special intervention to develop only Accra, says Nana Anochi at Kenton Chrono in the Kumasi area. Good morning. Is it not laughable for our vice president to be wandering the streets of London without any security? We shouldn't tickle ourselves and laugh. Where is the source of this video that broke over the weekend on social media? I wish him well, says Moses in Shreponi. And then one water message before I hand over to you. Yakubu in Walwale says, good morning, all industrious workers of GH1 TV. Water crisis rearing its ugly head in Wale Wale. We need help to deal with the issue. Okay.
When you said Yakubu, I remembered
Kwakase. Yes, indeed.
Yakubu. All right, okay. So, Abubakar Nuruddin, Peace Calls member. Okay, you say that you're asking a question. What kind of change is this? The city is performing badly against the dollar. Fuel prices hitting high. Prices of goods are increasing and nothing seems to be happening. Things are changing from good to bad, you say. If this is what they called competency, then I will choose my incompetency over competency and dishonesty. All right, thank you, Abu Bakar. David from Yeji, you say that it seems every party wants to come to power to settle its members and not Ghanaians. NPP members who are not fishermen are selling premix in Yeji. They cannot identify the fishermen to sell to them. They're also fighting themselves anytime premix arrives, each of them claiming ownership of the product that delays sales in EAG. And finally, and then I hand over to you, King Calf, Jagos from Insawam. You think that Mr. Kwabena Japan should come back, or his comeback to the NPP will have an impact on the party, because now they have to bring back all their big men together and help build the nation. So they should just welcome him peacefully and work with him like how they used to do it at first, and forget about all of these petty misunderstanding amongst themselves. So thank you.
Okay, 0246 020 580. That's the WhatsApp number, 0246 020 580. This is a message coming from DC Dansuman. If we don't feel safe in Ghana, where else can we be safe? We claim there's no job. Why can't the government set up more police stations in these new sites and remote areas and employ more people as police officers? Mobile money shops are often attacked here in broad daylight in Dansuman, and you believe that the IGP must go as a result of that. And then Yusuf inside Banana Inn says, Kofi Boakye must come to the field. Our lives matter more than their political benefits.
There have been a lot of calls for Kofi Boakye to come back out of that research office.
And one of you is just freaked out with the cool music. Today is Love Tuesday. And you say, why did you start the show with cool today? I like the color of water I'm seeing these days. Douglas from DC. And then there's a water question that has been pointed at Alhaji A.B.A. Fusenu. And somebody is saying the water situation at Sagna Rigu Kokuo. No water now for more than 2 weeks. Christopher sending us a message from A.B.A. Fusenu's constituency. Okay, hi GH1, you always make my day great. May Almighty Allah bless you guys. Abdul Sumed from Parliament City, Dohini in Tamale. Okay, you got a few more?
Well, I do, but just remind us again that we're still having that water conversation. And Sawa Ami here as well is all the way in La Paz.
Okay.
So apparently there's this toilet facility that is causing some issues in the area.
All right.
And the Water Company Limited wants to deal with this particular issue. We'll be... Yeah, so I definitely will be telling exactly what the situation is. And of course, what other options would be available, you know, to the people in the area should this facility, you know, be closed down. So yes, and these are some of the other issues as well that we'll be looking at, plus exactly what the situation is with the water rationing that we are set to be experiencing. Exactly how long would it last? And how best can we deal with this whole water issue? It's a global issue, though, when you talk water.
Yeah, it's flying out all around the world. You're having issues to do with water. Water is life. We always say it.
Sure.
Back to the messages.
All right.
0246 020 580. Walanyo in Akwetia, multiple swearings in. They've now become issues. If I may ask, what does the Constitution say? We need to respect our Constitution unless the law is changed. If not, let's respect the rules of the country. And this is Evans Hellegba Goldman from Achimota. You say, you want to know why the politicians of Ghana have no plan or vision or strategy mapped out for the youth. Millions are unemployed, engaged in sakawa, internet fraud, soccer betting for guys. The girls are also doing it all. And the ladies are now engaged in real and raw prostitution in the shape of spa massages with happy endings. Yeah, having sex with the client for cash, internet fraud via sex chat, campus sex trades. Yeah, a lot is going on, according to Evans Hellegberg Goldman from Achimota. If you left your number, we'll get in touch with you. We'll have a conversation on these issues soon. Another one here, Suleiman Abdullah Yerina, a native of Mpasem in Daboya district, says, can you imagine that for almost 2 years now, there is really no education going on at Mpasem town. There's a school well built and a CHIPS compound built during the Professor Mills time, but no teachers, not a single teacher, not a single nurse. Please help my people for me, even if not for the health facility, but for the school. And you've also left your number. So thank you. These are issues that will pass on to our newsroom, so they'll go and follow and find out why there's no school in that area, why there's no clinic. I mean, it's amazing. So
once we have people in there, you would think that all of these things should be made available to them. So yes, good.
Okay. Good. All right. Please help me to ask Ghana government how they can help those with skills but no certificates. This is Mohammed Isahak Tamale, Amana House. So that's an interesting one there. You have a skill, but you're not certified. How can the government help you to add value to whatever you're doing? Good morning, Kafu and Biswa and all GH1 workers. Congratulations to Ridwan and Ali Saite for the awards. They deserve more, from Ofori, a.k.a. Frozy.
I think that was it last weekend as well. One of our business reporters as well, Francisca Ahin. Yes, so Francisca as well won an award.
An IFETCH award.
Yes.
You used to be on the jury.
I used to be on the jury back in the day. Yes.
You be big woman. You be big woman.
Once I associate with big men. Yeah. So congratulations once again to you, Francisca Ahin, for the award. I mean, we're proud of all of you. Kaf, listen. I want to take us back to the issue of the sex for massage.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a big thing now. I've heard, this is not the first time I'm hearing this. And indeed, a lot of women now get worried when their men tell them that, oh, I'm going for a massage.
Yeah. So
how often do you visit, spas, or how often do you get massages
I have never
out of the home?
I've never been massaged out of my home before.
You have never been massaged?
Never.
Oh, come on, but
what the wives
you
should
got
do,
a massage somewhere
but that
around.
was in public. That was not in some
Well,
home.
let massage.
The wives must go and learn massaging tricks. So when the husband says, I want to go for massage, I say, oh, honey, I took a 3-week course.
How about that?
Let me massage you right here.
Thank you for that, fella.
We'll be right back.
We return with the Heart Talk conversation. It's 8:26.
Love Tuesday.
Your messages are welcome to all our social media platforms. Let's get interactive.
Wives, learn how to massage so you can massage your husband.
That's a good one, actually. No, that's a good one. Can you imagine? All right, well, so yeah, we're continuing the water conversation. First off, my colleague Sewa Ami here, she is somewhere inside the La Paz area, and I was talking earlier on about that public toilet inside Abekan, which is said to have caused apprehension in the neighborhood. And so the Water Company Limited, yes, Ghana Water Company Limited, is said to be demolishing, this toilet facility. Now, according to the Water Company Limited, the toilet is located at Abotari Junction at Abekan La Paz. It is sited very close to the main Ghana Water underground pipes. And indeed, officials fear there is danger of some fecal matter contaminating water supplied by the company to residents in the area. Already, though, we know that the AMA has placed a stop work produce permits notice on that facility when the developer of the public toilets attempted to expand this project. Let's now go over live to the area where Sewa Ami here is stationed currently. Sewa, if you can hear me, what can you report from where you are?
All right, Beiswa. Yes, I can hear you. And I'm currently at the 37 junction or the 37 station at the La Paz area, or in the La Paz area. This toilet facility here, or public toilet here that you can see, I don't know if you can see it, my cameraman will show you, has been closed down, was closed down yesterday by the authorities or officials of the Ghana Water Company Limited. They got to this place around 11:30 a.m. with some police personnel to lock the place down with their own key. Now I'm going to engage the owner of the facility to tell us what exactly happened, because from what he tells me and what I can see, if it's anything to go by, the distance from where the facility is and where he says the underground pipes are, it's quite a distance. So I don't know why the Ghana Water Company will lock the place up. And what's interesting is he doesn't even know the names of the officials who locked up the place. So when it's time to go after it or reclaim his keys and reopen his business, he doesn't know who to go to. So I'm going to engage him, and so he tells us what happened, what led to all of this. Hello, sir. Good morning, and you're live on GH Today on GH1 TV. If you can tell us what happened yesterday.
Okay, yesterday in the morning around 11:30, I saw some policemen plus some Ghana Water personnel. They came that they want to lock the place, and I allowed them to lock it up, and after they took about 3 polytanks from here to the yard.
What reason did they give you for this?
Well, they said I built on the pipeline, but the pipeline is nowhere near the facility.
Did you do your checks before building this facility?
Well, I've done that.
You can tell us for a fact that it is not on the pipeline.
Well, it's true, because you can see it yourself that the main pipeline is here. And there's another one, the bypass, the small one, is somewhere there, so it's nowhere near the facility, So that is what I know about.
Did you tell them this yesterday when they came?
Well, I told them, but according to them, the facility should be about 500 meters No, yeah, 500 meters from the facility.
But as it stands now, what is the distance between the facility and the pipeline?
Well, like
if it's
as well.
supposed to be 500 meters, what did they tell you is the distance now?
Well, they didn't tell me any distance about it.
But I can see AMA authorizing your facility. Did you tell them that it's something you did together with the AMA, and for which reason they did not have to lock the facility up?
Well, I explained everything to them, but according to them, they don't want to accept it.
Who are these people who came to lock up the place?
I don't know them. They are from Ghana Water Company, and I don't know even their names. I don't know.
How sure are you they are from Ghana Water Company?
The Ghana Water Company, the truck came here. You know, they called the truck to come and, you know, take the pollutants away.
So what's the next line of action for you as the owner of the place?
The next line of action, we are meeting them on Wednesday. That's tomorrow at Tesano Police Station. So from there we see the next line of action.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Beiswa, I'm going to engage some of the residents
and see how nice it is, you know. You can go in there and check the facility.
Unfortunately, I would have loved to go in there and show our viewers how the place looks like. But the Ghana Water Company members locked up the place, so we can't have access inside. I want to engage one of the residents and find out how beneficial this facility is to them and the effect of it being locked up on the residents. Me pacho eti say.
Oh, in the boy power community because I hadn't been baby. Omo amufru cars wa ha, omo amufru car wa ha, ni omo amufru bench change around community na omo facility be in apart from this one. Inti ebru e no pakra na oba line kra wa ha kra no enya asem ketua. Even kra mo lock in ndra no kra no nipa ba omo ba ebi obi kra na ofru car na osifri campe opese okodwunsa na opese okwa niwu omo ambe dware ansa na mbe kɔ adwuma nyina nti anopa nyina amanfo ba na omo ba nti ndra ba se 11 o'clock na omo ba na mbe tutu sa na mani nyina de kɔ ye bisa omo se ni si pipeline so ba check na den so ni si pipeline so distance for any pipeline in term and a pipeline the ground one a deep pa into when this is krano man and example when two from amfa block kran share form just a concrete form no no see any see so into
eh den na hu ye o sini na wa
o sini na me madam for me na my facility ni buy because me time asema man no man chairman no and I'm calling each other catch on so facility ni baby aba dun so ba ha no pa no man ni agu rubber bag ni man nti o mo da no on maybe no bisa me fa na fi say ya de na be yi and I'm chance so baby ye wo no e chire ho no kwanda ho because I abansa ase nipa no mo ye o metua ne ka wi nti ono da ho kwa and o si sa and o si na danfo bi wo container ni bi nti o de beba me de esi o nti o ba hwe na o mo ba o be kle ho ni nyina na ye si sa facility mia so nenam bibia be ko ha ne beba nyina mia so nenam nti man no no nim sa asase bi da nti mia na me ma ye de be si sa de mani nyina nti se ntokwa bi esi kra se me na me girim na me make sure say facility no aye adwuma nti aboa community ni pa free straw na free la pass e fan ko bench ni nyina no bia even o mo free time akra obi crazy wa akra na se oba ni wi ansa na wakọ nti ye ade ni hia pa nti esre. Yes, right.
Beiswa, let me just briefly tell our viewers for those who do not understand Tree what this man said. He just told us how beneficial this facility is to residents and even the commuters or the people who come here to pick the public cars or public lorries to wherever they are going, and so closing this facility down is a major or will cause a major problem to members of this community. He also said that from their checks the facility is nowhere near the pipelines because he was here from the inception of the building of the facility, so he can attest to the fact and can confirm to us that it's nowhere near the place. There's another resident here. Let me engage him and find. I think he was. You were coming to use the facility, right?
Yeah. So Michamu, you have me from. Now me pacho toilet no ba no. Eboa pa. Say yentimi close so kwai. Ema ye wotema station wanti no. Ye fiti ya na ye ba say. Enti toilet na wa na eboa pa say. Amanfo nso etimi ba wontimi close so kwai nti no. Ye da mase pa say toilet no etimi aye wa ha etimi boa ye.
Na sesia ya lock toilet no. Mo be ye den endrom o wa ha na no mo lock.
Oh, this is how I look at the Bema and Wachi and Kakrapa. ho bechi yen ya mo yesere won wo se mu bie man na yen so yetimi ekoso bi
na mo ba na mo tua se
pacha yetu awan cedi.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Beiswa, that's another resident in the area who was telling us how beneficial the toilet facility is to them. I'm going to speak with one other resident here who is also, let me, if I should use the word upset, that the facility has been locked down. Daddy, good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
What happened, or how do you feel about this facility being locked down?
I'm not happy. I stay at Ablikuma and I work with the Lands Commission Secretariat, which is at Elwak. Sometimes when we reach here and we want to go to private, it's simple, just a stone through, then you enter inside and go. When I came today, some time ago ahead, they came out and they were worrying and the landlord. And I asked them whether he has seen the AME, and they have seen them, and they agree everything. And the man started the foundation. Supposing they did not agree, I don't think you put on the foundation. They take up to a working level. Yesterday alone, before here, they said they have come to a bit close out the thing. And I know the diameter from the main road to the water should be 50 feet. Like the motorway. Motorway is 100 feet, but here is 50 feet. I know that's the law. I'm saying that's why
you work with the Lands Commission, so I'm sure you know a lot of these things. Can you confirm if the distance from the facility to the pipeline is indeed above the 500 meters there?
I'm sure it's above.
So then they have every right to close it down.
No, from here, from the main junction, from the center line to this side, it's exactly, but not more than 500. It's outside the 500 feet.
But what about down there?
Down in the ground?
Yes.
So I don't know the deepness of that big diameter water. I don't know. So that I can't tell. I don't know how deep it is. I don't know.
All right. Thank you very much. So, Beiswa, I don't know if there's any other thing you'd want me to find out, but I'm still here. I will get a lot more updates and feed our viewers a little later.
Yes, so but before you go,
I'm standing by for any other questions that you'd want me to throw to any of these people.
So while you are there now, what do you think the situation looks like? How critical is this to the whole situation of fecal contamination to water? That the water company is talking about. Exactly what has been your own observation?
Beiswa, if you can take that question again.
I'm saying that you're there now. Apart from everything that we've heard your speakers say, indeed, it is obvious that this facility seems to be the only one, for them. And I'm actually wondering exactly what other options would be available. But having said that, we're looking at you and I having access to safe water. So I'm sure that the authorities definitely know exactly what they are doing. What is your own observation as you stand there close to the facility?
Well, Beiswa, I would like to engage the officials of the Ghana Water Company Limited for further explanation, because personally, I do not understand why the facility has to be closed down, because from where I stand and the distance from where they say the pipelines are, it's quite a distance. So I don't think it's of any harm to the people in this area and to the pipelines. But like I said, I'd like to engage the officials from the Ghana Water Company to get a more detailed explanations as to how these things work, and then I can draw my conclusion.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Sawami here. We're trying to get on phone Stanley Mate, who represents the Ghana Water Company Limited. Of course, it'll be interesting to find out exactly when the water company became aware of this situation and why they have allowed this facility to be built to this point before we're getting all of this story about closing the facility down and all of that. I think this definitely is a clear case of how in this country we just, you know, the culture of impunity that everybody's been talking about, really. And of course, our lack of planning as a country. If we're able to get on phone Stanley Mate, we'll get some, you know, responses from him, as well as look at exactly what the situation is with the water rationing that has been reported in some particular areas. All right. Well, so more of those details coming your way. In 20 minutes, we're out of here. But let's enjoy some music, shall we? And then we'll return with more. We're still live on GH1. This is GH Today.